Hey, let's talk about Opus 36 number 3, the third movement. As a user, mostly the third movement stays in the faster tempo. Now in here is also allegro, in that it has a lot of repeated note and the staccato and the chord. Okay, so to play it well for this song, you have to play it really even left hand, especially chord. When you play a chord, try to bring it out two notes at the same time. Okay, rather than it's easy to be like ding ding, or easy to be like I call tofu sound or jelly sound. Think about the jelly and tofu, how it looks like, shaky. Okay, not like strong as rock, but it's just like shaking it. If we're leaving the tofu or the jelly, it moves, it's shaking it. Not like that. It has to be solid sound. Especially to play a solid sound on a piano, it's really hard. If you want to play it, a big sound is easier, but to make it softer at the same time, if you want to make a solid sound, that's really hard. So what you need to do, you have to listen to your left hand. Most of the time, people pay attention to their right hand because right hand moves so fast and has a lot of 16th notes plus scales and the melody line. So they sometimes forget about their left hand because left hand doesn't play as much as right hand and it also has less melody line. So they don't pay attention to their left hand. But if you want to really play well, you have to pay attention to your left hand well. So make it steady. Okay, make sure that your left hand is really steady. Always, I think the broken chord from the left hand is like wrapping up the phrase. So it's just wrapping up the whole phrase that know that it lead, so that it can lead to the next phrase. Coming back again. This repeated this staccato note, make sure that you're not gonna hold it. Easy to be holding. Sometimes the student they do staccato first one and then holding it the second. So try not to hold it on the staccato. And then especially when you have a repeated note. Most of the time, student asking, teacher, since why you're playing the same note, why do we have to switch the finger? Can I just play with the same finger? I guess it seems like easier, but sounds not really good. Since if you're playing with a different finger, you have to leave the note to play with a different finger. So that way, maybe your finger 2 will leave a little earlier. But if you play the same note twice, then it's easy to have a falling rhythm, like comes too fast on the repeated rhythm, repeated note. Okay, so if you can you'd better try to use different finger. Like this. So use, changing the different finger. This one too. Joyful sound. Here's the same. Staccato. Repeated note again. Especially this left hand. Don't forget the left hand. Crescendo chord. Oh, look at this. Chord inversions. If we block the right hand, if you block the right hand, you can recognize it just came from the chord inversion, G chord inversion. Breaking up. Okay, don't hold this staccato note. It's easy to be holding down the second one, but no, don't do that. And then, okay, chromatic scales go by half a step up. And then comes back. So let's go from the part again. Yes, staccato. It's the same part again. Don't hold it down. Staccato, left was soft. Surprise! Don't play it everything soft. It almost sounds like ending, and then suddenly at the end it shows really big chord. Okay. So now, what you need to do when you play this piece, think about the left hand steadiness and then the right hand repeated note, staccato. Try to play even and then try to follow the fingering or just switch the finger in the repeated note as much as you can. Except this one, of course, you have to go the same way. No time to switching it for the octave staccato. But the last note, yeah, you'd better.